Okay, then watch this video for October 28th. Are we already at a Friday? I think we are. Yep, that'll be Friday. Showing you SPY here, which is coming back down toward the bottom of this range. I'm going to quickly show you IWM, which is the small cap ETF, which really kind of broke support today. And I really kind of make my living off small caps. It doesn't mean I don't trade other stuff, but I've been watching the small cap. As you know, if you watch my videos on a regular basis, I had a losing day yesterday. Whittled away at those losses today. I didn't have a big day, but was really the most important thing for me today was to be green and to make sure I traded safe, and I did that. So made about $500 today. And I've still only had, I think, 2 losing days since late June, maybe early July. I'm not positive. So, my methods are working, but I have to say, the market is changing. You can just see it out there. There's no breakouts following through, so it is time to shift gears and start looking for other setups. So we'll be doing that going forward unless and until we find support in the market. I don't mean to talk like the market's tanking because it's not, but as somebody who sits in front of my screens every day, it doesn't take very long to sense the changes, all right, because I'm a trader, right? I'm in cash every night. So I'm certainly seeing that. And I even wrote a blog tonight talking about that you might start to see a few gurus disappear. If you think about this, anyone trading in their early 20s and younger, right, even 25 years old, it's been 8 years since 2008, 2009, since the market really tanked. So you've got traders that have never really seen, pain, right? And so you got a lot of young traders out there that just think the market's easy, and older, wiser guys like myself, and I'm only wiser because I've been through the pain, right? That's what makes you wise. That's the best teacher in the market is going through the pain. Guys like me have seen and been through the pain of what the market can do. And so even during all of this period, I still traded like at any day things could fall apart, right? I'm in cash every night, and I just look for individual setups on an intraday basis, and I'm back to cash that night, and always playing defense, all right? So it's really, really important to listen to old guys that have been through the pain and never, never take too big of positions and protect your downside. As a matter of fact, I protect my entry once I'm in it. I take an entry that should work right away. So if I get any kind of move in my favor, put some money in my pocket, and I protect the rest. And I'm in cash even during the trading day more often than I'm in a trade because I'm kind of a hunter, if you will, stalking, waiting for those perfect A+ setups on the right stocks each day. If I don't get it, I don't trade. It's just that simple. So the list I've compiled for tomorrow, I'm going to watch Under Armour again, UA. It did take out these early 2016 lows. Had a nice rebound at the end of the day, though. Look at this rebound. I'm looking for that rebound to continue. I probably should have been stalking this in the afternoon for a bounce because it's been pretty beaten up, and the fact that it took out these lows today, you oftentimes, when something's come pretty far pretty quickly to take out some obvious lows of the year or whatever, oftentimes you get a nice rebound when you get down below that area. I'm hoping that today wasn't it, just in the afternoon. I'd like to take advantage of a bounce in Under Armour, but that one goes on bounce watch. ATI was on bounce watch today. No trades in it, just goes back on bounce watch tomorrow. Another red day. DRWI back down to the 200-day from above after busting through it. Now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 days where it did not close above its open. You've got the 8-day now, the 200-day from above. This one, with any kind of market strength, this would be a good candidate to turn back up. But remember, these lower priced, lower float stocks are out of favor at the moment. That can last weeks, months, or it can last a day or two. We just don't know yet. But I'm always keeping an eye on them. TWERs had some decent news flow coming out. Had some really nice volume, a nice pop in, and you got a couple red days on declining volume. Again, any strength in the market, I look for this one to turn back up. LGCY. Nice red inside day inside this big boom, so it goes on watch for a possible third day play. BC, I try to look for some stocks that have just been decimated, right? And the third day in a row down and a big flush today. You look at the range of that candle versus most candles on its chart. You had some back here in January when things were falling apart. But I like to have a couple stocks like this on watch for potential bounce the next day. BVX, that doesn't sound right. I guess it is. Okay, I don't recognize this symbol. But you talk about relative strength. The market was pretty ugly today, and this one actually made a really nice move. It was got a good 10% plus move. Maybe a red to green in that one tomorrow. LTBR, nice little volume spike. Now, keep in mind, this volume spike here, still only 131,000 shares. Show you how, how low this float probably is. I'm not sure about the float, but the reason this is interesting to me is because if you go to the intraday, it all happened near the end of the day. Maybe 15-minute candles show it a little better, but it didn't do anything all of a sudden. So it must have had news come out. I didn't even look at it, but I'm going to look for a follow-through day in that one tomorrow. And then lastly, I have UNIS, which held up pretty well today. I missed a good trade, and it did meet my parameters for an entry, but it did it when I was looking the other way, so I didn't take the trade, didn't catch it. But it held up pretty well in a weak market. So maybe red to green or something like that in that one tomorrow. We'll also look for gappers in the morning as well. Be careful out there. Play defense first, guys. Day traders see the market change before anybody else because we're in there in the trenches watching these things unfold day after day. So your number one goal should be capital preservation, right? And then you can worry about how much money you can make, but make sure you're protecting against losses first and foremost, all right? Play defense first. All right, I'm done babbling. Talk to you guys tomorrow.